from Bristow. Alexander got the tap down. A small kick clearing the pack, coming down the direction of Lowe. Can't take the mark. Footscray have to get back in this game. Edmund trying to pick up. Does so now with the left foot. Puts a little kick in toward Morrison. He can't handle it cleanly. It eludes all players in turn till Serafini comes on the scene. He gets a hand pass go to Higgins. Higgins now having about his 15th kick, I'd imagine. He's had a lot of possessions anyhow. Gets a hand pass working up to Harris. Harris can see a lead by O'Keefe on centre wing. A hand pass reaches O'Keefe on first bounce. Takes plenty of time. Hand passing back again to Allen. Allen goes for a short in toward the forward pocket. Maybe a shade long for Fowler. Can't get there in time. Egan with the ball in front of him. Pushed in the back by Fowler. And the whistle sounds. The umpire now calls play on.
Egan doesn't wait for the free kick. Playing on straight away. Looking for Kelly from behind. And a good mark by Kelly. He'll also play on straight away and swings the play in towards the centre of the ground. Looking for Edmund. Edmund takes the easy chest mark and going straight on. Footscray trying to move the ball quickly as it goes towards the half-forward line. Coming out is Morrison. Morrison's got Templeton down in the pocket if he can get there in a hurry, but a poor kick from Morrison. Templeton still leads in the race for the ball, though. Handles it beautifully. Gets the handball across towards Karasik, but it comes through towards Smith. Smith, I thought maybe the kick could have gone the other way, possibly, but nonetheless, the player given the benefit of the doubt, and we see Chris Smith take the free kick in the back pocket for Fitzroy.
Yeah, it's a doubtful decision there, going Fitzroy's way. Taken by Smith and kicked back toward Quinlan at the back of the pack. Can't take the mark. To the front, Key's got a hand pass working to Irwin. Irwin going for the short pass, a well-placed pass, but the whistle had sounded, and the ball will have to go back from where it came.
Free kick going to Footscray because McCarthy in shepherding for Peter Keys gave away the free kick. Kick to be taken down there by Edmund. Edmund, nice looking drop punt. He's looking for Templeton. Serafini was up, punts it away. Higgins gets to the ball first, handles it cleanly, gets a handball over the top to Taylor. Taylor a quick kick out towards the boundary line. Nobody can get there before the ball, and we'll see the throw in the forward pocket for Footscray with the scoreboard reading 5-4, 34 Footscray, 9-8, 62, and Templeton there without his boot. Kelly picks it up, it's off the side, and Templeton will have the chance of putting his boot on this time while the free kick goes to Fitzroy. There's Calvin Templeton undoing the Adidas boot.
Higgins now putting the ball into play from the back pocket position up toward Quinlan. He can't take the mark. Abbey tried to sock it off the ground, but Harris got a hand pass working McCarthy to Quinlan with another hand pass. Quinlan takes the bounce, looks for Irwin in the centre. Should be a good ball for him. It's going to bounce all right, I would think. Irwin getting to it in front of Karasik. Irwin pushed in the back slightly, and the umpire said that was the case.
Very lucky one there for Irwin. He now goes for the long kick. It's towards centre half forward. It's Cowton and Walls. It's over their head. McMahon leading in the race for the ball. McMahon will screw the ball back towards the goals. He's offline though. While umpire coming across to indicate 1 point to David McMahon.
Fitzroy moved their score to 9 goals, 63 points, and Footscray 5-4, 34. Half-time scores being, of course, there was only 1 point being scored in this quarter, and that one you've just seen. Robbie McGee putting the ball back toward the half-forward zone. Alexander there, I think he tried to do some shepherding. The ball comes to turf for Quinlan. Quinlan breaking away cleverly on the left foot now, looking for a short pass. Can't find a teammate because chipping in is Kelly of Footscray. His hand pass is effective too. And Footscray coming forward.
From the boot of Foreman. Foreman's kick up towards Edmund. Edmund a juggling attempt to mark. I would have paid the mark if the umpire Sutcliffe disagrees. And now we'll see Fitzroy with a free kick as Higgins was held when not in possession. John Sutcliffe indicating there that Kevin Higgins will be the recipient of the free kick.
There's the kick by Higgins, looking for a teammate. Harris has the chance to take the mark and play on if he wishes. He could have got a hand pass to McCarthy. He elects to put the ball up long toward the, or over the half-forward line.
Up high was Fowler, couldn't take the mark. Coming across McMahon, ran straight over the top of the ball. It's knocked back towards O'Keefe. O'Keefe's hand pass is astray. Moylan's goes back to O'Keefe, and O'Keefe now has the shot at goal. It looks right on line, and there it is. 1 goal to Kevin O'Keefe, his first goal, and the 10th to Fitzroy.
Well, Fitzroy are outplaying Footscray. They did so in the first quarter when Fitzroy kicked 6 goals, 5 to Footscray's 1 goal. But Footscray did recover slightly in the second quarter to boot 4-4 to Fitzroy's 3-4. But Fitzroy taking advantage of the slight breeze that they have in the third quarter and kicking now 1 goal, 1 for the term.
Kevin O'Keefe for coming on in the second term to replace Gary Wilson. And it's interesting to note, Jack, that Wilson hasn't returned after the half-time break.
Well, he did take 2 knocks in the first half, Bob, and and I suppose he is feeling the effects of those knocks, but Fitzroy at present cruising along comfortably without him.
Bristow up high. Alexander hooked the ball over the back. Dunstan coming through. A little left foot kick from Dunstan, but Smith getting in front of Cordy takes yet another mark. Chris Smith drives the ball up long over the half-forward line. A great effort to mark there by Egan. Egan under a lot of pressure from Fowler. A desperate tackle from Fowler, but in doing so, got into the back of Michael Egan, and he'll take the free kick on the half-back flank, very close to the boundary line.
Nick Egan, half-back flank, looking down toward the centre, puts the ball up high, looking for Cordy. Cordy the front berth, at the back was Smith, punching the ball away. It comes to Foreman. Foreman on the left foot, driving back around the flank. Big Alexander's there for Fitzroy. Over the top came Smith, took the well-judged mark. He looked in toward the centre, couldn't see anybody home for his team, so now we'll elect to go back toward the half-forward flank on the outer side, looking for Robbie Walls. Can't take the mark. It's on the turf once again. It's picked up by Warwick Irwin. The ball very high in the direction of Fowler. Fowler, oh, good mark. Plays on quickly to Quinlan. Quinlan 40 metres out from goal, shoots one in, and the umpire said he's off target. Or did he? No, he did not. It must have been very tight, but Quinlan's got his first goal. Or is that his second, Robert?
His first goal, Jack.
He's been in a few.
Great piece of play by young Fowler. He outmanoeuvred Egan to take the mark. He had the drop on Egan because Egan was coming back, but he used his body well nonetheless, and then got the handball straight across to Quinlan. And we well know the true boot of Bernie Quinlan when he's on touch. The centre bounce. Alexander coming across, got the knock towards McCarthy. He tried to burst through the pack, and in doing so gave away a free kick. Dunstan, the recipient of the kick, thought about the handball to Stoneham, now goes straight down the ground. The high floating kick, Serafini backed his judgment. A great piece of defensive work by Serafini. He comes back to that player. His handball's taken by Foreman. Foreman puts it out wide to Dunstan. Dunstan over the top to Kelly. Kelly will have the chance of driving at the goal. He steadies and puts the kick forward. A beautiful piece of football by Footscray there after Laurie Serafini. A great effort to stop it in the first place, but we finally saw it out with Kelly bringing up his first goal and the sixth goal for Footscray. As we see there, the Footscray cheer squad particularly happy with that goal, but they wouldn't be happy with the score, Jack.
No, they won't be happy with the season's performance either, really, unless they're really dyed in the wool, because Footscray have only won 2 games for the season 1979, and from the position they're in at present, it's going to be very, very hard for them to take this game out, because the difference in the scores being 35 points in favour of Fitzroy. We're back at the centre bounce, and the ruckman form up once again. Alexander got the tap away from Bristow, taken by Harris. He was looking for a hand pass, did well to get out of it, couldn't do much with it though. Kelly once again with the big Alexander in pursuit, got a hand pass working forward, and it's through Perasic that Footscray come forward looking for Templeton. Hand pass comes back from Templeton to Hawkins, can't handle it, taken by Keys. A clearing kick comes back in toward the centre, where Allen takes the mark for Fitzroy. He's virtually on the half-back line. Not quite up towards centre. 2 players by themselves, Alexander and Irwin. Alexander can give it to Irwin if he wishes, but he's going for the long kick.
Long kick it is by Alexander as he looks for Beecroft. It's Beecroft and McGee, punched away by Beecroft. McGee knocks the ball back. It's accepted by Cowton. Cowton not knowing which way to go. Handballs to McGee. Under a lot of pressure, he gets the wide hand pass out towards Moylan. Moylan's shoved it aside and the ball carries over the boundary line, and the throw-in about to take place on the half-forward flank for Fitzroy.
Only 8.5 minutes gone. The third quarter of the game between Footscray and Fitzroy at VFL Park, football headquarters here in Melbourne.
Walls coming across to compete for Fitzroy. It's Egan under the bottom of the pack, knocks the ball forward. It's accepted by Dunstan. He dummies back, gets the handball forward, taken by Stoneham, and Stoneham's kick up over the centre wing. It's all Fitzroy down there as Edmund is outnumbered by about 3. It's a blind hand pass, but it's lucky for Fitzroy as it's accepted by Taylor. Taylor goes for the short pass into the centre. Allen misses a sitter. Perasic there gets a handball forward, taken by Dunstan, and Dunstan has plenty of time to casually come through the centre. Look for Templeton. Serafini came across, showing great pace to get out in front. It's well taken by Edmund. The handball's blind though. Higgins dives in underneath the pack, gets the handball up in the air, taken out there by Taylor. Taylor will put the ball right into the centre of the ground. Perasic from behind's up high, couldn't hold the mark, and it comes down at Allen. Allen puts the hand pass wide to Irwin, and Irwin now running down towards the half-forward line. The long kick down, it's in towards the goal square. Beecroft's there, lets the ball go, and it's a glorious goal by Warwick Irwin, his first.
Oh, Fitzroy teaming very, very well there through the centre of the ground. Irwin taking the hand pass and covering a lot of ground before he put the boot into it. And the shot for goal was certainly on target, of course, and a very long shot indeed. So Fitzroy taking a fairly firm grip on the game. They're leading by 6 goals 5 over Footscray, as you saw the score come up on the board from our...
Return to the Raven That's not very hard.
Fitzroy by 35 points. Walls. Egan. Scoop out. Who to? Dunstan. Dummies weaves a call from Stoneham. You look for Abbey. Edmund is there too. Higgins claimed the mark at play on, but he got it out nicely towards Taylor. Smith going up the ground but for the hand pass, but he elects to go to Allen. Perusic. Dunstan through the centre, runs his fair share. Looking for Templeton. Serafini in front. Collides with Edmund. There's Edmund now. Higgins over the top of him. Play on the call. Actually, there's an advantage play there because Higgins was going to get the free kick, but it spooned out to Taylor. Here's Allen. Irwin. Into half forward. A long kick by Irwin. It could be shepherded through. It has been. It's a goal. Fitzroy's 12th and the first to Warwick Irwin from about 55 metres out on the run.
Fitzroy with a match-winning 41-point lead at the 10-minute mark, third term, as Alexander goes crunch. But Fitzroy still with the advantage now as McMahon and the man running through. Their handball's much better this quarter. Quinlan only metres out and just missed.
Little selfish. But I suppose players calling for it, but he was on his own. McGee. Fitzroy by 42 points. Walls. McCarthy. Bad bounce. Perusic. Off the ground. Foreman, number 42. Higgins, possibly best on ground along with Smith at centre-half back. Harris draws a player. Finds Quinlan. Stoneham coming in from the side. Out to McCarthy, in the pocket to O'Keefe. Cowton coming into O'Keefe. He sidesteps him, fires, and has scored his second goal this quarter. And it's raining goals from a Fitzroy point of view at the present time. 11 minutes played, third quarter. Fitzroy 13-10-88. Footscray 6-4-40.
4 goals in this quarter to Fitzroy's, 4 goals to Fitzroy to 1 to Footscray. Double handed by Alexander. He wanted to make sure of that one. Kelly. Oh, the pass is good up to Morrison. Morrison just borderline whether or not he can make the distance from here. Templeton can fly from the back, but they were holding him down, those Fitzroy defenders, who could pick that one. And everything's going well for him now. O'Keefe takes the handball. A nice pass downfield to Irwin, who's playing strongly on the wing in this third term. Wasn't too good for the first 2 quarters. It's his 11th kick. Aiming for Walls. Cowton, his opponent, knocks it away, but his arm was across Walls' shoulder. You could see that, and Walls will take the free kick.
Outer side wing, Robert Walls leads plenty of them up the field, but he goes sideways to O'Keefe, who replaced Wilson in the second quarter. It's a Fitzroy mark to McMahon, and he's right in front, about 35 to 40 metres out. He hasn't scored a goal yet. This will be his 8th kick. And this will put Fitzroy 9 goals in front. If he kicks it, he's missed it quite badly. A behind only. That's his 3rd behind in the match. Fitzroy 13-11-89 to Footscray 6-4-40. A crowd of about 15,000 people at VFL Park. Of course, the big crowd today up at Princes Park to see Carlton and Collingwood.
McGee getting the high sign from a couple of his players running out into position. Dunstan's one of them. And Lowe. Oh, gee whiz, that's a fine piece of marking by Irwin. It's not a mark, though. His teammate Allen takes it from him and goes left-right, whichever way you like. Then to Walls, who takes his time and steers that one to Max Richardson. He gets a lead at centre-half forward from Beecroft. It was a fumbled one. Gives Footscray every chance in the world now. Harris is 38, and McCarthy got a bird to it, and I think it was Beecroft again, was it? No, it was Harris who tried to kick it whilst it was in there, and it's another behind to Fitzroy. 25
shots to 10 in the game. McGee out to Cowton, who's been The most disappointing player for Footscray. Third kick. If he gets it, he's going to hand pass it. Ends up with Dunstan through centre half back. Doesn't know where to put it. There's no one up there to kick it to. That's why he took so long to dispose of it. That's Cordy. Morrison gets a push in the back. Little accidental by Alexander, though. Morrison turned his back on play and put his rump right in the front of big Ron Alexander. Now his target will be Templeton. He's kicked it high. Every chance for Templeton now. He's behind, though. And there's Big Hanson at full back. And just runs away from the Footscray forwards. Out to Smith. Walls is there. So is Edmund. That's Cordy. Out to Bristow. Scrubby old kick. Intercepted by Alexander. It's a nice call from Fowler. Then on to Higgins. As easy as you like. Oh, that was Smith who dropped that sitter, but that's the only mistake he's made all day. Harris. O'Keefe. Diving mark by O'Keefe, and he's taken it centre half forward. Out to Max Richardson, off the fingertips of Reid, who's been a very quiet player. Richardson fires in towards Beecroft, and he's marked only 25 metres out. He's kicked 5, Beecroft. It's marked number 6. And Fitzroy lead by 50 points at VFL Park. Heading for their 6th straight win. Beecroft lines up, fires, and it just scrapes in, I think. Yes, it's a goal. That's his 6th and the 14th to Footscray. To Fitzroy, rather. They lead by 56 points. 14-12, 96. Footscray 6-4-40. We've played nearly 16 minutes now in this third quarter.
Bit of a swig as the ball's bounced in the centre, and Templeton back for a spell on the ruck. Shame, isn't it? League's top full forward last year and brought out to the ruck to help them out because Footscray don't have enough good players out there to get the ball to him. Here's Count. The grand finalist player with North Melbourne, so he should know what tight situations are about. Jurassic. And Irwin to throw in. 16 Hanson, 31 Templeton. Templeton the ruckman now, nicely palmed down to Hawkins, the rover. Held too high, would get the kick before he was grabbed from behind, that is. Hawkins breaks away into the centre of the ground to Edmund and Keys. Taylor takes the ball away. Handball's quite good at this stage as Higgins takes it from him, puts it into the arms of Harris. Quinlan waits for it to come out. It does. He picked up nicely, though. He could kick it from here. He just races on the handball now to O'Keefe, who's kicked 2 in this quarter. Backwards now to McMahon. He's in a tight spot. Oh, O'Keefe and Fowler now with a chance. Metres out.
Oh, he's missed it.
Crikey. I thought he would have buried that right into the fence. One behind. Which takes Fitzroy to a 57-point lead.
McGee. Big Hanson and Templeton. Templeton in front, but knocked away by Hanson. Egan, who's played pretty well. It's a little fault of his that Fitzroy is so far in front. Perusik. Up to half forward. Smith. Taylor. Somebody talking all the time for Fitzroy. Ends up with Taylor again after a series of hand passes from Harris. Big Hanson gets away from Templeton nicely. A good 25-metre hand pass finds Allen. They won't catch him. Up towards Max Richardson and Beecroft. Ball bouncing free. Murray, who's been a very quiet player. Out to Foreman. Oh, the ball bounces the wrong way. That typifies Footscray's situation. That's Dunstan and Irwin doing battle. Richardson comes in. Dunstan hovering over the ball. And the free kick going Dunstan's way. Fitzroy 97, Footscray 40. We've played 19 minutes in the third quarter.
And Dunstan just dribbles that ball down to the wing to Cordy, who's been very disappointing. And that ball, incidentally, was across the boundary line. A lot of good names and a lot of good players in this Footscray team, but gee, they're so down on confidence and in each other, as a matter of fact, that they'll be getting nowhere. Now, one of them only won the 2 games for the season. Their performance today, that's all they deserve to do. Cordy now takes it away. Playing down the flanks makes it very difficult to get anything going, so they don't have the room to move.
Well, a disappointing game, and
It's a beautiful pass to Beecroft, who's already kicked 2 from 2 shots. 3 minutes into the second quarter. Oh, it's a bad bounce. Give Fitzroy every chance then. Wilson flicks the ball onwards towards the Springvale right end. Reed, the handball of the man coming through. Oh, that was good play there by Murray, actually, who kicked the ball towards their half-forward line. Here's Cordy, number 29, and a good tackle put on him. He's still in possession, but gets rid of it cleanly. Good play, Templeton to Morrison. Now Footscray look as though they've got something.
Fitzroy 42, Footscray 20, 14.5-minute second quarter. On to Fowler. Delayed the hand pass to Quinlan, which I think was probably the wrong thing to do. Wrong-footed, taken by Perasic. Up towards Morrison and Templeton. And Templeton it is who's taken the mark with his socks down. Out wide to Dunstan. He can run right in. There's nobody there. Have a ton of time to look. Fires, and it's a goal to Footscray. Kelly. Harris. There's O'Keefe again. Stoneham. Had a fair few kicks, but hasn't done a great deal with them. 14th kick. Up. Good mark by Bristow. It's being paid.
But it was Smith for Fitzroy who cleared it through Serafini now, and we'll come back to Alexander. Huffing and puffing as he gets the kick back into the centre of the ground. McCarthy with a hack away from his opponent. The pass down to Richardson on the half-forward flank was a beauty. Here they go with a handball. Quinlan, centre player, has a long... He can kick it easily from here, but unselfishly he's going into a teammate in Fowler. And Fowler out towards O'Keefe, and O'Keefe back towards Beecroft. He just lay back in the armchair.
It's out of the ball.
Miles away. Yeah.
10th kick to low. Won't even make the distance, which was a poor attempt. That's Hansen. He's marked in defence. Gets a call out wide from Harris, but it's going to drop into Serafini's hands. He'll probably go for Harris. Oh, good smother there by Hawkins. Serafini's got to double back and go for a scrubby old kick to O'Keefe. Templeton behind. Won't have too much trouble out marking the smaller O'Keefe.